So there I was, my storytelling script was in place, my hair was combed and my outfit was chosen, ironed and perfectly fitting. I was ready to film. And this was when all my issues started. The standard of YouTube videos at the moment is fantastic. And in order to compete, I needed to reach this standard. I wanted to create cinematic footage with stunning colour grading, impactful sound design and attention-grabbing transitions. This would allow me not only to tell a compelling story, but also to stand out in an oversaturated platform. But I am a complete beginner with no previous experience of filming or taking photos. I was working with equipment that I bought decades ago and had high expectations of myself, my skill levels, and also the demands of the YouTube algorithm. Coupled with this, I had severe constraints on my available time and a very small flat. 4 rooms in total, that had no space for dedicated filming, and that was so full of clutter that I was almost buried beneath it. Was it even possible to achieve this? Was I setting the bar far too high, that not even my best Fosby flop would get me over? Again, demotivation kicked in, and I started to spin in that ever-decreasing spiral. But I wasn't going to give up this time. I needed to work with what I had and to continue my journey. So here are the 3 problems that I encountered on my journey and how I solved them. And believe me, if I can do it, so can you. Okay, so first up, different cameras and microphones. I thought it would be a fantastic idea to get together all the equipment I have and film different segments of the video. Just so you know, I bought all this equipment when I was working full-time before I had to reduce to my part-time level of work due to illness. So I dusted off every tripod I owned, and with all the cameras on different tripods, I set to work filming. And then looking at the footage, it was disastrous. The colours on each camera were completely different. And even though I tried to match them in Premiere Pro, it was pointless. No matching occurred. And then there was the sound. Every single camera recorded the sound differently. Now, I couldn't do much with the sound when I was editing, but I could do something with the color profiles. To start off with, honestly, I had to leave some of them out of the final video. And then with the ones I wanted to keep, I cheated. I actually converted them to black and white, so hopefully people wouldn't see the different changes in the color and lighting. And although I couldn't do much with the sound in editing, I have decided to capture sound differently in future videos. So all of my talking heads, I will use this microphone, and all of the B-roll sort of stuff, I'll use a Rode microphone, like a shotgun one. I don't know what it's called. Okay, next up, creating B-rolls. Oh, my giddy aunt, you just have to laugh. I've watched a whole load of videos about creating B-rolls and it looks so simple, and so I thought I would try some of my own. But despite having some wonderful ideas, the execution of these was dire. Seriously, it was so bad. So first of all, I thought I'll try some wide shots to establish the scene with my little GoPro. Boy, they were wide. I kid you not, they were so wide, I think I got the whole street in them. And then I tried some close-up shots, but couldn't get the camera to focus at all. I think it might have been because of the lens I had, but to tell you the truth, I have no idea about millimeters and f-stops. So I had some wonderful close-up shots, but they were completely blurry. So what am I going to do? Okay, I'm still going to try to use a different range of shots, but I think what I'm going to do is adapt them in the editing process and either crop into them to make them look closer, almost like using digital zoom to zoom in. And although lots of people say to create a B-roll library, I think I just don't have the time at the moment with everything else. So I'm going to use some stock ones. I heard in a video once, and I can't remember where, is that you have to be creative to overcome your limitations. And that's what I'm going to try to do. Creative in Whills. And finally, the actual filming of the clips. I did a plan and I had all my script in a plan ready to go with some ideas about the shots, but honestly it was a complete and utter nightmare. Even though I had done all that planning, I had created something that I hadn't thought about how I was going to use it, and this meant I was all over with my filming. Let me give you an example. When I looked at my script, it wasn't apparent to me which lines were going to have B-roll over it. Or another example would be, I didn't know in which order to film the content. For example, do I start at the beginning and work down, or do I focus on where the video was going to be filmed, i.e. the location, and film everything in that location and then move on? So to solve this, and it is still work in progress, I've started to use some color coding. So anything that's going to be recorded and be covered by a B-roll, I've shaded in green. So I know I can just sit down and record that straight away. And as for the location, don't think I'm pathetic, please, but I just thought just film in one location in Whills and get that sorted first. But I am going to think about different ways and different places to record and set up location shots in the future. But I have to start somewhere, and this is it. So all the problems are solved for now, but I know I'm probably going to encounter a lot more in the future. The important thing is that I've put in solutions for the barriers or the problems I have encountered rather than using them as an excuse. We won't be perfect, and I think adapting and overcoming problems is all part of the learning process. I feel slightly better prepared for future planning, but please let me know if you have any fantastic solutions that I could use. I would really appreciate your support down in the comments. And let's remember, we have to continue to be consistent and creative and work through the problems we encounter. Remember, we're all on our own personal journeys, and these slight detours will happen. We've got this. So here's to more trying, learning and growing. And if you'd like to watch a video about me implementing story techniques, watch this video next.